I need to get out of here. And by here, I don't just mean my house, I mean here. I know when I feel like this, what I need to do is to get out of my environment. I need to go for a hike. That is my medicine. And I am here on this hike because I feel, I don't even know, just like not great. I feel like I'm holding some anger and frustration, and that it's, all the meditating I do, all the mindfulness, it actually feels like this, like what I just came to. Just feels like a big old squishy spot in the trail. And I know that if I can get to the top of this mountain, I'm gonna get some answers. Or at the very least, my boots will be muddy enough and my fingers will be cold enough that I forget what my problems are. Let's find out. Hey, while we're here, fun fact. See that fungus right there? That is called dog's nose fungus because it looks like a dog's nose. The beauty of going on a hike, even when I know, is that I just get distracted. And not in the way I do in my daily life, where distractions take away from my experience and add pressure. My distractions out here are ones that help me be present. They help remind me where I am and relieve pressure. But distractions that help me stay present aren't really enough. I need more. I need to get to the top of this hill to get what I really need. I'm actually already starting to feel a little bit better. Not all, just a little bit. Just a teensy bit better. I start to just notice things. Like the sound of this little flooding part of the trail. And in noticing, I feel a little more present, obviously. And in being present, I find a little bit of gratitude. Just getting out of my own head, It's funny that as I go on a hike, I always find reflections. And I don't just mean puddles and ponds, I mean of myself and of my own true nature. I relate to the puddle in the trail because I feel like I'm in a puddle on the hike of life right now. But out here, I can navigate my way around it with a playful spirit and confidence, something that's actually really hard for me to do sometimes in the daily grind. And as I hike and I just start to feel that ease, I can accept my dirty puddle state of an existence in this moment. And I can remember that when life feels like a puddle in the trail, it's a cue. It's a cue to stop and reflect, to take inventory, to take perspective and find stillness. But stillness isn't the only solution. It's just part of it. The whole solution is on the top of the hill. I'm starting to feel a little better, but I know I still gotta make it to the top because that is where the good stuff happens. Tempting to stay down here by the water, but I know I gotta get to the top. There's something waiting for me up there. Oh my gosh, son. It's like the sun breaking through the trees and warming my skin in the middle of winter. These little details that remind me how much these simple things make my life joyful. It's just like watching the wind blow across the pond and then stop. And as the water gets still, I see all the goodness reflected and the goodness below the surface. I guess puddles are the theme for today's hike. There's nothing up here. There's nothing up here, it's just me. It's just me and some trees. There is no prize, there is no revelation. There's just arrival. And the reminder that the journey isn't about the arrival, it's about just getting to the place. It's about the process. And every time I hike, I'm reminded of something, some very simple lesson that nature gives me. And today, it's that the noise is what you make it. And oh my God, look at that. That don't really have anything there. They're just a peak that allows for what's natural to come in. And that's really hard to do. We live in this world. The whole point of getting up here wasn't to conquer a peak, anything like that. It's just to walk away from the noise. When I climb up a hill, I feel like I'm literally just like climbing a ladder out of all the mess and bullshit that piles up in my head. And it's the simple things out here like a bird bathing or a beautiful dead weed or the changing reflection of a pond that remind me of who I am, who I really am, not who I try to be, not who I feel like I'm supposed to be, but who I am in my natural self. And that my natural self is my best self. I think sometimes we seek out problems or adventures, whatever you want to call them, in hopes that when we get to the finish line, we'll be better, or we'll know ourselves better, or love ourselves, whatever. I think we're just like seeking something, and I love that. That is part of our nature. But when we get caught up in the seeking and we forget that the whole point is the trekking, you know, the hiking, the running, whatever literal or metaphorical thing you want to say, when we forget that's the point, we forget our joy. And just as soon as, well, let's read something together, shall we? An important part of reducing harmful stress is to simply slow down. Take a walk. Spend some time alone. Be still. Listen to your soul. Surprisingly, you may find you have more energy left for the important work. In time, you may wonder why you ever rushed at all. Thank you, mountain. Thank you, trees. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, hiking shoes. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, bye.